some point 4 players up in her tail. The only team that's going to be pouting right now is Killgore because they need to step it up. They don't want to be in the position where, hey, we got Stroke doing such a really good job here. Aurora's going to be really mad. Speaking of.
She steps up. She's like, get this mouse out of here. I don't like no rats.
Mousetrap.
Everybody's chasing. Everybody's chasing Aurora, and the girl just gets away. She literally gets away.
Yeah, I mean, she was able to soak up a lot of points, actually. There were like, what, at some point, 4 players up in her tail. Mouse tries to go in there for the kill, but then Amork as well, and he's going to be solo holding this hill. This is so fun. Why is everyone else from the other team, from Nyx, just so far away? Oh my gosh.
They spawn in Narnia, spawning now split spawns. Maybe this can just be that curveball that is thrown on the side of Nyx that Killgore's not going to see coming. And yes, they do take that hill away and they punch all of the defenders right out. Mouse responds and Amork takes Tokyo out of the equation. But I tell you, this is such a huge map to be playing melee on, but I'm still loving every single moment of it.
Most definitely, and this is going to be one of the craziest hills because this is where everything boils down. There's going to be 3 entrances there. It's all going to be close range. As you can see, it's all yellow all across the board, so that's going to be good for Nyx as they're trying to get the point, but Mouse on a 4K spree. Oh my god, it's going to be more.
And Tokyo says, stop. Stop right there. I mean, not just this hill, right? Even P5 is going to be super fun at Central Garden. That has, like, everywhere is open, right? Front, back, left, right, center, everywhere is just going to be all out punching bag time. 37-25, Nyx trying their very best to catch up, but Killgore actually doing so much better this time around.
Amork is definitely going to be the very best that no one ever was here coming in for his team. To catch them is the real test honestly, I'm honestly really surprised that Amork's doing so well.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, after you get, punched around a couple of times and then you try to bring out your furious side and then Stroke, the sweetest looking child, actually gets the MVP in that match, you got to question your skills in Call of Duty Mobile, especially when it comes to melee. So Amork pulls out the KRM. He almost lost it there, but he's like, no, I will stay patient, and he runs around. This time, the operator, it's gonna be the Sparrow. Come on, Amork, show us that you can take yourself out.
Oh my gosh, it got turned on. Mouse almost gets backstabbed, but Stroke gets that beautiful double piece. And now, even when it comes to this hill, we call this the money hill, right? It looks like they're doing an amazing job as well. And the timing's really good too because they pull out all of their operators here.
Let's see if or not Mouse can continue raking up all of those slays. And yes, he does. Claw stepping on in as well, but Tokyo punches him back into his spawn. And Tokyo gets a double for himself as well. It's all out Killgore right now as Nyx steps right back onto the hill. But it's just a little bit of a back and forth. Everybody running around. Mouse and Aurora. Aurora really hates rats.
She's the walking mousetrap for her team. I mean, she's a cat. She even looks like a cat. I mean, she moves like a cat too.
Oh my
very,
Lord.
very flexible when it comes to all of the slides. So she knows how to get out of a situation really well. She has 9 lives like a cat too.
She most definitely does. In fact, she has more than 9 because she's the cat queen. Because this is hardpoint. Get it? Get it? It's not limited. You keep respawning many lives.
Gets Aurora though.
Ah! The Mouse finally caught Aurora, and you know that's a reason to scream. Clayhao, on the other hand, hops on in, pulls out the Sparrow, and in fact, we are cracking so many jokes, but the teams are actually taking this very seriously, huh?
They are. I mean, it's because Killgore, if they lose this, they're going to be losing the series.
Yeah, took himself out!
Oh no!
And we missed it. Unfortunate. We were watching Clayhao. It is now a 1v2 and Clayhao turns around for a backstabbing Seav. It's a 1v3 now. Clayhao still stands up, but Stroke steps on right back up to pull his MVP title right back to his side. But he needs to be a little bit careful because Amork is trying to steal that away from him. It's 17-15 kills, both on the side of Killgore. And Nyx is just a little confused because AURO can't figure out how to use his hands.
AURO though, I mean, so far 7 kills. You gotta step it up, my dude, because everyone else in your team's actually stepping it up really well. But on the other side, even for Killgore, Seav's doing not so well, but with only just 8 kills, we'll make it to 9. And this is what we were looking forward to. P5 is going to be absolute chaos.
Oh, it's a most definitely all-out chaos out there on the battlefield. 99, make that 100-75. Killgore now hopping on into the hill. They don't need to punch around. And as I say that, Amork takes himself out with his power. Sparrow. That's why, public service announcement, you don't use the Sparrow!
Don't use the Sparrow. Come on, use the Claw. Use the Purifier. Because, well, I mean, if you're a good player like a Mork, you still tend to take yourself out. And absolute chaos ensues here in P5. But it's going to be blue all over again. And looking like it's going to be a game number 5 to end this series. Because so far, it's just melee is going to be the safe house of Killgore right now.
And this is just an absolute bloodbath out there. In fact, lots of blue eyes, black and blue, I have to say, as Mouse punches Aurora. I tell you, the rats, they do hit right back.
Stroke is just so good when it comes to these kills. And yes, he doesn't have the most kills, but he's getting multi-kills right now. He's finally heating up. And just as I said, that finally gets the Claw and knows very well where everyone else from Nyx is actually spawning off to.
Let's see if or not Mouse can get Aurora once again. I mean, there's just so many 1v1 engagements that I want to see out there on the battlefield. Okay, I just wish that he could go up against a Mark, because I think that'll be a fantastic 1v1 melee only fight.
Aurora, though, kind of struggling to get a lot of these kills. I feel like out of everything, she's kind of struggling when it comes to the melee kills. And Mouse is getting the best of her just a tiny bit. As you can see here, 20 kills already for him and just 12 for Aurora. And so far, Aurora's actually kind of catching up when it comes to those kills. And speaking of, he gets a beautiful 2-piece.
Yeah, not everybody's just great with their hands, right? At the end of the day, you really got to practice with these boxing gloves, because the range is not all that too far. You get this super huge boost in speed, right? The only problem is, if you've got a katana, you are going to get sliced down from the distance. Clayhao tries to run away, but a Mark very smartly slides right down beside him and punches his knee. Who does that?
I thought he wasn't going to be able to get caught up, but then it's just still a little bit too fast. Mouse and Stroke gets 2 apiece, but Clayhao, speaking of, gets a beautiful double and gets a triple. Speaking of, combo number 4 for him, multi-kill, possibility to get that 4th and 5th. There you go, Stroke goes down, and he is on an absolutely beautiful streak. He's going to have not just that, the operator skills that is essential for them to go in there for the defense.
Everybody's happy watching the show match except one guy. It's Irfan J. He just so sorely wishes that he could be in this match as well. I tell you, he'll go on punching for days. Clayhao is just the next victim. Don't use the freaking Sparrow. Why would you not listen?
I don't know why they're using the Sparrow so much. How many times have we seen all these players accidentally take him out? And it's funny because before, we used to see the Sparrow a lot when it comes to the tournaments, but you just don't see it anymore. It's obsolete. And now when the players are starting to use it again, it just seems like they don't know how to use it anymore.
That's why it's not used all that too often. Tokyo gets a double for himself. Seav still struggling. And, you know, I get it that he wants to be a super nunchuck player, like, you know, he wants to go all kung fu on people, but Seav, if something doesn't work, it just doesn't work, my friend.
You don't force it. You gotta fix it because it's broken. And now you get to see
He's probably
Tokyo
just hitting himself in the face with the nunchucks again and again, blinding himself before he can find someone.
He's just like so, you know, hard-headed when it comes to the nunchucks, but it's just not working out. You see, oh, Mouse, speaking of, going in there for those kills. Aurora, I guess a lot of these kills with the claw as well. And what we saw a while ago, Killgore going in for that P3 control. Looks like Nyx is actually going to be doing that as well.
Question, have you ever tried nunchucks before?
No. I haven't actually.
All right. Public service announcement.
I'm more of a fan with the. I prefer the prize fighters.
No. I mean, like in real life.
Oh, in real life. Oh no! I feel like it would hurt so much.
Yes, you got the answer right. It will hurt very, very much. I've tried it a few times. I ended up with 3 bumps on my head, and I only had it in my hands for 5 minutes.
Oh man!
Statistically speaking, Callie would whip up the statistics. Mustachio, you know? Statistically speaking.
You have a 45% chance of ending up in the hospital if you keep touching those nunchucks, AJ.
Sounds so wrong. Tokyo, Miles take it out. Tokyo with a double as well. The guy is on a spree, but a Mark as well as the one and only Stroke are still battling against each other to see exactly who's going to be picking up the MVP title on their side. If only Killgore does not catch up, because look at the number of slays Tokyo has on his side already. 30 as well. A Mark breaks away, but Stroke catches right back up 39 to 40. What are we even watching?
Oh my gosh, Stroke is just so good when it comes to those 1v1s and multi-kills. I mean, Stroke is on a streak right now, and everyone else coming in from Nyx is just having such a hard time. I mean, for Killgore, rather, having a hard time breaking the hill. It's just, hey, it's slowly but surely. This is the longest hardpoint game we've had in so long.
Let's see if not. Yeah, I actually didn't realize that. This is the longest hardpoint match I've seen in such a long time, right? So what is it? 7 minutes? No, that's 7 minutes to go. Goodness me, it's gone on for too long. But Amorg says, I want to try the axe. Just like how I'm a great lumberjack out here in real life. I cut down trees. No, do not cut down trees. You got to love them. You got to nurture them. You got to plant trees. Never ever cut down a tree in your life. I will curse you for the rest of your life. But Amorg says, yes, Mustachio, no trees will get cut. Only players.
Yeah, if you're gonna cut down a tree, make sure to go and plant it. Replace it, or else, Mustache, you're not gonna go to your front door and make you into a tree.
The only equation acceptable is for every tree cut down, you have to plant 10.
Yeah, agreed. Because it takes so long to plant a tree, for that tree to grow.
Yeah. I mean, it's way too long. Stroke gets Clayhao out of the equation. 51, 52 kills, and Stroke is right back at it, right? He is the MVP of the melees.
I mean,